morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Just Rockatansky at the Rockatansky Rod Shop, and today I'm going to show y'all what we've got going on. My trusty Zippo has failed me. We're going to move some stuff around, try to get my Maverick back on the slab. And move it over here next to Teensy's project. It's her little carrier, I don't know how they pronounce it, but I gave her the smoothies for it. She's going to get 2 more for the front. Putting a 289 V8 in it. Yeah, that's a warmed over 65 hypo 289. And then we're going to move her back over here. I'm going to scoot the carrier over, scoot the olds over, move the Maverick here, and this car is going to get an extensive repair on the back because it's been hit really hard and it's all out of whack. Got a tail panel from a 4-door donor car, and it needs a new well, I'm putting a whole front end off this donor car on it because, you know, the fenders are all bubbled up because, guys, I was 14 when I acquired this car. I saw this thing when I was 5, and I got it when I was 14, and I learned myself body work on it. And like some of it I've done, the later stuff, you can tell, you know, okay, he's progressed. Like, this side looks good, but this is the side I done like when I was early 20s compared to some of it, you know, stupid stuff that I didn't know any better. But anyway, yeah, so saw this car when I was 5. This car came to my house he came up there to buy something off my dad, the dude that drove this car, Hispanic guy, and it was like charcoal gray primer, big snorkel hood scoop. That was a 6-cylinder car, but charcoal gray primer, big snorkel hood scoop, D-slot mags, big fat ones in the back, skinnies in the front, and it had a spoiler off of like an old 911 Porsche on it. And you know, I'm a kid, I'm like 5, 6 years old, and I think it's the coolest thing I've ever seen. So I walked out there like I had money, you know, hey, let me buy that car, you know, like I had money, 6-year-old kid. And he was like, man, I ain't ever getting rid of this car. I said, well, you might as well sell it to me now because I'm going to own it eventually. He was like, no, you ain't ever going to get this. Well, when I turned 14, my dad brought it home on a trailer, or he found it at the scrapyard. And I got to tell that guy, or he got to tell that guy that, yeah, he actually owns that car. And then I saw his brother later and told his brother, hey, I have that car. You know, anyway, I had it from the time I was 14 until I was 24. And then I sold the engine, transmission, running gear to a buddy of mine. And I said, here's the deal. I said, I'll sell you this whole car. I said, you pull the engine, transmission, and running gear, keep the body, and when I get doing a little better, I'm going to give you the same amount that you gave me for it back. It was like $1,500. We made that deal, and he didn't honor it right away, and it rocked on 6 years. And finally, I was able to, finally he just gave it back to me. So, he did wind up honoring it. It just took him a while. Thanks, Tim. I appreciate you, brother. Anyway, I got my car back. But that's been a few years ago now. and it's been sitting with no motor or nothing in it. I got my 66 hypo Shelby engine in the shed. Came out of a 66 GT350. So that engine's going in this Maverick. It's a very special engine to me. I've had it in 2 other cars. It's 40,000s over, and it's a screaming little meal. That's going in this car. I'm airing the compressor up now. I'm gonna air the tires up on it, and then me and Crystal's gonna pull it on the slab. I've got a whole tail panel cut off of this car down here. I'll walk down there and show you. Yeah, cut the whole tail panel out of this. And I'm going to take this trunk floor out too and put in that. The whole front end's come off of this going onto that car. I've got everything over here piled up. That was a 73, just like the blue Maverick I drive. It was a 4-door, but yeah, there's the tail panel. So this is definitely getting welded in my car. These are really good fenders, no rot. They're going on mine. There's the front core support. It's going to get welded into my car. The valance and all that's going on my car. So I'm taking everything from this 4-door, putting on mine. Most of the interior will come out of it. The bench seat and stuff, I'm just going to put all that in my car. Most of the dash, the steering column, everything that I'm basically missing is here. The rear valance is shot, so I've got a 67 Mustang valance I'm going to try to rework and make fit, and I'm going to tuck that. The 73 still has a small back bumper. I'm going to tuck it closer to the body and take the dag bars, the push bars on the back off, and weld up all the holes and smooth that bumper and just paint it body color with the car. I really wanted to do, I've always wanted to put a grabber spoiler on this car, and I've got a couple links to them online. I think Auto Crafters makes one. There's a company on eBay making some fiberglass ones. So if I'm spending the money and time to put it back together, I want to go ahead and do grabber spoiler on the rear, and I'm going to experiment with some different taillights. I would love to find a set of Shelby taillights for it, like GT500, which are basically 65 Thunderbird taillights with a different lens. So I can probably build me a set for it. Anyhow, it's not going to be just a run-of-the-mill stock Maverick build. This car never meant to look like a show car. You know, it's lived its life. But yeah, so let me get it pulled up on the slab and we'll go over kind of the repair work. Alright, we got her moved, and I went down there and got the parts all loaded in the Tacoma for it, the fenders and the tail panel and stuff. So show y'all a little bit of what we got going on. Don't judge me, I was very young and I didn't even know how to weld. I had borrowed a little MIG welder from the guy I was working for and welded this metal in the floor because the dude had cut it out and he had pop riveted an aluminum panel in here very poorly. So yeah, I welded these 2 sheets of metal in there, and it was way too thick. Anyway, tried to straighten this tail panel out because it got crunched hard in this quarter panel. This was a one-owner car when the dude that was driving it around got it from the old lady, and it got hit in this quarter panel, and he beat it out, you know, and he primered it and done all that. And anyhow, it got hit again my uncle hit it after I got the car. I was at Easy Mart Antlers, and he was following us in a motorhome, and he hit it again. So it's been hit at least twice right there, really hard. And that's why I'm going to change this whole tail panel out, because it's, man, it's in rough shape. So under here you can see, you know, there's nothing, there's no floor except for this steel that I welded in there. And now the frame rails and stuff are all solid. So what I'm going to do, take that floor out of that 4-door and put in it. And cut the tail panel off this and take this one over here, put on it. But yeah, so that's some of the work we've got to do to it. The next thing is under here. There's a lot of stuff that needs. This patch is covering up a rusty spot right down here. I didn't have a welder at the time. I was a kid. I pot riveted that, cut that off of like an old camp trailer or something. This battery box is gaitered up. I did not do that. That was done when I got the car at a very young age, and I always just left it. I want to clean that up. Try to clean some of the firewall up and get this cleaned up. It's had a couple different motors in there, and y'all, I didn't have stands. I didn't have Maverick stands when I put the first V8 in it. So I welded a piece of pipe across here for the motor mounts to cup over and put a bolt through. Stupid, I know, but I was 19, I think, when I did that. Anyhow, I wouldn't even fix the goddamn thing if it wasn't so sentimental to me. And I drive a better Maverick that I could easily V8 swap, you know, make a nice one. I had a sweet 70 model that I sold. Y'all have seen it on my channel, that flat black one. But this old car is just, this is me, man. This is my ride. Like, from a kid growing up, this car is like, this is it. So many memories in this car. Like, I remember doing these white gauges, and they'd just come out at the time. They were expensive. I'd saved up and bought them and put them in them overlays. And it lights up blue. It all lights up blue. And the Equus gauges light up blue. Or did back when it was running. Me and Teensy cut these out of a toolbox. She cut them out with a plasma cutter. And we polished that one, and we were going to polish this one, and never did. Stuff like that I'm keeping, you know. Just makes it. But it's the Mad Maverick. It'll always be the Mad Maverick. And I'm not trying to get it show quality. I'm trying to get it driver worthy again. And I know I can't get all this done and get my 57 ready for Guthrie and get this running for her and possibly finish the custom work I'm doing on the Rocket 88. Can't get all that done before March 11th when I go to court. Obviously, I mean, I'm not stupid. I'm not a superhuman. I'm not. I have to work. I have a life, you know. I can't dedicate every day to this, but I am going to try to get the welding done on this car and the serious part accomplished. If I can get the tail panel put on it and the trunk floor in it, get everything primed and sealed, then it'll be okay. I can put it back, you know. I want to get that sunroof cut out and patch that hole in and get window seals put in it. If I can get that done, and it'll survive, you know, if I do have to sit down or whatever, it'll be fine until I get back. But yeah, so that's an objective. That's on my list. I've got to help Teensy get the engine mounted in her truck, and once I get that done, she can handle the rest. She can do wiring, she can do, you know, little stuff. But I've got to help her get this engine mounted up, fab mounts, and get her transmission in there and get a drive shaft built for it. Once we get it where we can start it, you know, with a hot wire, she can take it from there and finish it up without me. I've got her Oldsmobile over there. I've got to do floor pans in, but she's not in a rush. So if it takes 10 years, she don't care on that. Anyhow, I would like to get the Thunderbird. I would like to drive that Thunderbird actually before March 11th if I could. I've got engine, transmission ready to go in it pretty much. I need to get at it and get it done. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rest of February and try to get all this stuff done, and then just hold on my 57 because I've got it so close. I need to put the glass in it and wire it and lights, and it would be so drivable just like that. So I think I'm going to hold on it, and then find out what happens March 11th, which I'm sure I'll go to court. I'll meet my attorney. We'll plead not guilty. You know, this will go on and on and on. So I'll probably hold on it until then, and then the minute that court's out and I know I'm not going to jail, I'm going to start on it and get it ready for that Guthrie show in April. So in the meantime, we're working on stuff and we're making videos. So hit that notification bell, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Stay tuned for updates, and thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you back here.